You're listening to Soap Dirt, the latest in television entertainment news.
Hey, Young and the Restless fans. This week, Adam Newman gets hyper-focused on helping Sharon Newman, and his past is on a collision course with her fate. It's Belinda from Soap Dirt, and we're going to talk about why Adam's renewed interest in Sharon is key to what is happening to her and who is behind it. Be sure to click subscribe if you're not following us, and let's dive into why they've suddenly thrown Adam back into Sharon's path recently. I mean, it's kind of strange for Adam to suddenly be interested in Sharon after all this time. It feels almost random. There's that one common thread where she thinks she forgot a murder, that of Heather Stevens, and Adam talked to her about the man he killed as a child and then forgot. And remember, Sharon helped him through the guilt, but that's not what any of this is about. That's just what they're using as an excuse. The reason Josh Griffith has Adam in this plot is definitely not about the childhood murder. It's about something else. It ties to events that began 9 years ago. Sharon and Adam have something in common, not just that darkness he likes to talk about that bothers Nick. Specifically, they have someone in common, and that's why they're forcing Adam into her storyline over Nick Newman's objections. That person, if you haven't guessed it, is Ian Ward. In 2014, that very, very bad man set up Sharon when he was in town messing with the Newmans. Ian's tie to Sharon is the fact that he bought her daughter, Mariah Copeland, as a baby and raised her as his daughter while he led his twisted cult. Later, Victor hired Mariah, brought her to town to torment and gaslight Sharon. And after Victor was done using her, Mariah stuck around and Ian encouraged her to get close to Sharon. But Mariah was so fixated on seducing Nick, and who can blame her? He's hot. Sharon tossed her out, and Ian grabbed up Mariah, drugged her, and married her. But before he could consummate his new marriage with the daughter he'd raised, Sharon and Nick rescued Mariah from Ian, and he was arrested soon after. But about a year after that, while he was supposed to still be in jail, Ian popped up again, and this time he was conspiring with Adam back when it was Justin Hartley in the role, and he had, looked different and was calling himself Gabriel Bingham for a while. You remember that? You probably do if you were watching back then. And Ian was stunned to find out that his partner in crime, Gabriel, was really Adam Newman. And of course, Ian has a big grudge against the Newmans because Nikki, and it just goes back a long time. I'm not going to dive into all that. If you want to see all that, check out my Ian Ward video that I did like a week ago. It's got all the details. So back then, Adam was conspiring with Ian to take down Victor, but Adam turned on Ian when he found out he was targeting other Newmans, not just Victor. When Ian set fire to Newman Tower, he and Adam wound up in this fight to the death, trying to kill each other, and Adam left Ian for dead, but of course he survived, as villains do. So I'm telling you this because right now, Adam isn't on Ian's radar. We haven't heard him speak his name. Ian mentioned to Jordan Howard that his next target is Mariah. So I'm guessing that Ian's still mad. He lost his young would-be bride all those years ago. And Mariah seems to be the reason that Ian is in Genoa City and targeted Sharon, but he has a grudge against her as well, just because of the whole Mariah stuff. But with Adam intent on pushing himself into Sharon's life right now, this is problematic. It definitely seemed bizarre that the YNR showrunner broke up Sally and Adam with him cheating with Chelsea to take that nowhere, because the reunion of Adam and Chelsea didn't happen. Adam made a small attempt to see if Chelsea was interested, but she didn't want to get back with Adam. And so now out of the blue, he's focused on Sharon and is about to be even more so. This week, Nick bickers with his little brother when Adam asks about Sharon's case and says again that he wants to help her, but Nick is determined to keep him away, despite Adam saying that given all her troubles, Sharon can use all the support she can get. That's true, but Nick worries that Adam will bring more problems to Sharon instead of helping. And unfortunately, in this case, despite Adam's best intentions, I think Nick's right, and Adam would bring a lot more trouble to Sharon's door. Remember, Ian told Jordan that he wants Sharon isolated, alone, with her family turning their backs on her. But not only has Nick stuck by Sharon's side, so have Faith and Mariah, the other object of Ian's fixation. And if you remember, Ian's got Jordan spying on Sharon, and that means he'll soon know that everyone is rallying around her. And here's why this could get so twisted up. I imagine that Adam, being one of those who's there for Sharon, will enrage Ian. And I just wonder if Adam pushing himself into Sharon's orbit could put her in more danger. Possibly. She was already on Ian's target list, but if he thinks Adam and Sharon are really close, then Ian might do something worse to her. Thanks to Nick's persistence, Sharon may soon get an out on this Heather murder thing. He dug her old medicine bottle out of the trash and gave it to Chance to get tested. And I do suspect it's going to show that Sharon's meds were tampered or maybe even totally replaced. And once that comes out and Ian finds out that his setup failed and she's probably going to walk on the Heather thing, he may turn around and go after Sharon again. And Ian could be twice as intent on wrecking her if he sees Adam in her life. But here's the thing about Ian. Adam actually knows Ian pretty well because they did crime together. So I wonder if there's a chance that Adam may recognize something about what's happening to Sharon or some clue, and it reminds him of Ian, especially if Sharon's meds were tampered with and they realize she was framed, like I think is coming soon. I just suspect that Adam getting close to Sharon again could either be a really good thing or a terribly bad thing. It could go badly if Adam is the reason that Ian launches a more insane attack to harm Sharon, or Adam could be her saving grace if he gets close to her and realizes, oh, this reminds me of Ian. Maybe he's the one targeting her and Adam exposes or catches him. This week, when Nick warned his brother to stay away from her, Adam said, Nick's always trying to be Sharon's hero. And then Nick said that Adam is always her curse. So I just hope that Nick is not seeing into the future and that wasn't foreshadowing, because it could come true. If Ian is enraged that his old partner in crime turned enemy is part of Sharon's life and supporting her, it could be wild. But wouldn't it be nice if Adam turned out to be the hero for Sharon this time and saves her from Ian because he's got a perspective on the villain that Nick does not? And, there was a little possible foreshadowing of that the other day when Victor was asking Adam's opinion about Sharon, even though Nick got mad. And Victor said that Adam and Sharon share something that Nick will never understand. Hopefully that thing isn't Ian, though.
Thank you for being a loyal listener. Follow us wherever you get your podcast, because you don't want to miss the next episode. Soap Dirt is on all the major podcast platforms, including Apple Podcast, Spotify, iHeartRadio, and more.